What? Why does it look like this? I was good. I was thinking, I had this conversation earlier today, and it got me to think. There's an individual who had said they don't care about what other people think. And I know that this is a sentiment that is reflected pretty often, around a lot of different topics, in general. And I think it's advice that's like parroted throughout many different realms of like the internet and whatever, in which the overall sentiment is to not care, specifically about what others think. And I think this approach is flawed. I think if somebody were to tell me that, two thoughts would arise from there. I would think first, why put effort into anything if that's the case? If that's the case, why put effort into anything? And what I mean by that is your appearance, your livelihood, the way that you present yourself in general is very predicated on others' perception, because others' perception is essentially what allows you to succeed in life. The only reason why anybody would put effort into their appearance, rather than going for a purely utilitarian outcome, would be to appease others and their perception of you. For example, why not just take scissors and cut your hair yourself, or get clippers and just completely buzz your hair every month or so, let's call it, rather than go to a barber and get a specific style of haircut that looks good for your face shape XYZ. Why wear cologne? Sure, like you can wear deodorant because you don't want to smell bad, but why wear cologne to smell good? Why do this extra layer in which the purely utilitarian action would be to just wear deodorant and let it be? Why choose nice clothes rather than just wear a t-shirt and sweatpants, whatever is the most utilitarian, the easiest option? Why pursue an option that would require more effort than just to do something that requires the bare minimum amount of effort and still does the same job from a purely utilitarian standpoint? None of us do that, is what I'm trying to say. None of us have this purely utilitarian output because we all subconsciously know that others' perception of us in terms of the clothes that we wear, whether they're raggedy or normal or very nice, our haircut, or the way that we smell, the places that we live in, like why not just have everything scattered all around your house so it's very easy to access? That would be like purely utilitarian, but we put effort into our appearance because we know that would reflect well on other people. I think another thing, at least in my school of thought, is that I believe that not caring about what others perceive of you, not caring what they think in general, I think that's incredibly self-centered and narcissistic, because obviously if you don't care what others think, there are two parties in this scenario. There are others and then there's you. And if you only care about what you think, then by definition that's self-centered. By definition, you are not considering the other party. And well, some folks might be able to say, yeah, I don't care what they think, but I still care about how they feel, or I still care about including them, or I still care about, X, Y, Z, I still care about being a kind person. Well, doesn't being a kind person directly impact how they think about you? Think about it. I mean, like, sure, you can seriously have kind intentions. That's fine. Like, human beings naturally do that. But the reason why we have kind intentions to begin with is that these intentions get reciprocated. Nobody would be kind if it didn't serve us in return in one way or another. Because the reality is, people who are kind, people who are easy to talk to, people who are very interesting and tell a lot of stories, they attract that as well. Entertaining people, good people, attract other good people, because it's generally company that others want to be around. It is self-serving to an extent, and all of this, all of this being nice, being kind, directly does influence how the other party thinks about you. regardless of if you like it or not. So I think it is. I think if we consider the equal opposite of that, in which we, truly take somebody who truly does not care, he would be brutally straight up. He would cut lines, essentially. Like think about it. What's stopping you from cutting in a line in, like, a grocery? Say there's a grocery store checkout line. There's 3 people in line. What's stopping you from just cutting in front of them? It's not illegal. I assume nobody's going to yell at you. There's not going to be a store clerk who's going to be like, go to the back of the line. Especially if it's like self-checkout. Say self-checkout. Why not cut a line? Is it because you're a nice person? Is it because you care about what they think? And even if it is because you're a nice person, you want to be nice so that they don't have that negative perception about you. It may just be a blank perception, it may just be a normal perception, but that perception of you changes depending on whether you are nice or not, which I think is something that needs to be considered. Somebody who truly doesn't care about what another person thinks, they will cut in lines,